It's the Pacific Northwest Geek, Echo Kiro here, and I'm gonna have to make an admission. Some people get addicted to um, booze, to drugs, to even sex. Me, I get addicted to bad movies. But with that being said, sometimes, some of the movies I've seen, first off, uh, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, um, Class of Nukem High, Zombieva, uh, Zombies, it's like a zombie zoo or whatever. Um, Teenage Cat Girls in Heat, which, by the way, that's not a porn. It's not a porn movie. Sounds like it would be, but it's not. It's a movie from Trauma, which pretty much should be self-explanatory. But still, there comes a point in time with some of these movies that really push my limits. Um, and I really am not just, with my jaw being dropped, I'm just left going, what the fuck? Now, if you follow me on Twitter, I had put out a post showing me holding a stack of 9 DVDs and 1 Blu-ray, which was Motel Hell, Steel Case Edition. And I had said I had this stack since October that I've been meaning to get to. That I need to get off my fat ass. I'm 5'7", almost 5'8", 240 pounds, and I said I need to get off my fat ass and watch these movies. Well, I decided to go ahead and start doing that, and I'm watching clips from Discovery Channel, Shark Week, which kind of might be a little idea what I'm going to be watching here, talking about here, because the first movie I decided to watch, Trailer Park Shark, stars Thomas Ian Nichols, never seen him before, I probably have, just don't recall. Dennis Hoskins, who you might remember has, he played Mr. Belding on the old Saved by the Bell show, so I'll just refer to him as Mr. Belding for the rest of this little rant or bashing. And it says Tara Reid, who of course you see on the cover, you see on the back, you see a few pictures of her, but there is an issue. She has two short scenes in it. One of which, both of them she does a bad southern accent, and on one of them she even references Sharknado, which that's why she has those scenes in this movie, is because she was in that. But she makes a line when the guy goes, when, was it Rusty or whatever, played by Thomas Ian Nichols, tells her, Thomas Ian Nicholas tells her, oh, there's a shark, and she goes, well, the man ain't saying anything about a tornado.
There's a shark swimming in these waters.
The weatherman saying nothing about a tornado.
Ah, okay, I get the reference there. And then later on, in her second scene, she gets into a fight with the shark, tries to use a chainsaw, which if you've seen those movies, you know that Finn, her character's husband from that movie series, likes to use chainsaws. But you also see her get killed. 2 short scenes, and they give a top billing, an advertisement on it, and she's not that good in it. But you see right next to her, you see a woman in a yellow and white top. That is Lulu Jogovich, the niece of Milo Jogovich, star of the Resident Evil movies, Fifth Element, and Monster Hunter. Her niece is in this. Her niece is kind of cute. But she had, other than a picture of her on the front and a couple pictures on the back, she's not really advertised or billed. They should have put her name there and put a special appearance by Tara Reid, but hey, well, they gotta sell this movie somehow, which is odd given that fact that I picked it up at a local dollar store. This only cost me $1. Go to your local dollar store if they have movies, and you can find this piece of crap. The CGI shark is not the best, and its size at times, will change. So it would be, the cover, you can see the size it has here, which is not really, kind of really, actually it looks a little bit better on the cover than it does here, than it does in the movie, but they made a mistake of letting you see what it looks like in the movie. It's not that good. It has a burn mark on its face that will go from its right to left, right to left, right to left, depending on what scene it's in. And the size does change. So there's a scene where it kills this one woman, and it like jumping up on top of the trailer, and it looks humongous, much bigger than it does in the rest of the movie. I'll give you a little bit of the plot. Dennis Hoskins is like this evil, like business type guy who owns this piece of land. Now there is a trailer park, looks very makeshift, of these trailer park type people, white trash people in it, rednecks. Thomas Ian Nicholas has a thing about, hey, redneck ingenuity. Okay, whatever. Anyways, he decides he wants him off it, so he has the levee destroyed. And this somehow causes a shark to get into the area because of flooding. Which, you look at the height from the bottom of these trailers, the wheels of these trailers to the roof, I'd say about 10 feet. And the water doesn't go exactly to the top of some of these trailers, which means that water is not 10 feet deep, and the shark's able to go around and maneuver in less than 10 feet deep water. Whatever. And it goes around and starts killing. Now it gets electrocuted. And oh Lord, it gets electrocuted. That's how it gets the burn on its face, the one that goes right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. But it now has the power to electrocute people and sometimes put out like an EMP wave. It takes out two jet skis doing that. And in one scene, it electrocutes a woman, and I wish I could find this clip to show you. And I might actually have to go back and do the old cheap thing of putting this movie back in the player, pointing the camera at the TV to show you the scene. But it electrocutes this woman. I had to make sure I got this right, I had to look up what happens to a person when they get electrocuted. I had to do a search on what electricity can do to a person. Now, one of the effects it has is it can cause muscle spasms. Alright, I've been electrocuted before, and it's definitely knocked me on my ass. But this woman, at first it looks like she's having muscle spasms, and then she starts dancing. And when I mean by dancing, she's fucking twerking. She's shaking her ass, she's twerking, and then she starts to do the Macarena. So, she gets electrocuted, she shakes her ass, and then she does the Macarena. And they play a cheap ripoff of the Macarena song, but they kind of sound like they kind of didn't want to play it too loud because maybe they were worried they'd get in trouble. Yeah. And right there, my mouth is just dropped like, what the fuck? And I only spent $1 on this, so. They talk about, at one point, they capture the shark. And they got it hanging in the air. And they're talking about dragging it to land and letting it suffocate. Okay? So I looked up how long can a shark survive out of the water. Which is like up to an hour, unless it dries out. And this thing, as long as the tree held, they could have just left it there. But, of course, it gets free water. I think they help in the capture and they drag it around into a windmill eventually, which kills it. And then they use this hovercraft type thing to blow the blood away from them. It's... oh, lordy. This one guy, he's like a cowboy hit guy who has a horse who gets eaten by the shark. And when he himself gets eaten by the shark, he steals one of Kurt Russell's lines from the movie Tombstone. When right before the shark eats him, he tells him, he goes, "Tell him I'm a-coming, and hell's coming with me." Okay, alright, it's a bit of a cool line, I gotta give you that. The final scene, which is after the shark dies, is a chase scene where they're chasing the secondary villain around, and you can actually clearly see the wake from the camera boat. They didn't even do anything to like really hide the wake from the camera boat. I guess they were hoping no one would notice, but you can clearly see the wake at the bottom. You can of the scene. You can see the wake of the camera boat. Mr. Belding in this movie, you know what? If you're used to him from Saved by the Bell, get ready to be blown away because he is the highlight of this movie. His turn as a villain, oh, man, this guy should do more work where he plays a villain because he is the highlight of this movie because he's a dark, evil individual who's willing to kill people to get what he wants. I noticed on IMDb that they don't list Thomas Ian Nicholas. It's not even listed on his IMDb page. Wikipedia, it's listed for 2017. I guess it's a Sci-Fi Channel movie, which is why we don't get no boobies. We get a bloody panty shot, but that's about it. I'm not really shocked that I got something so bad at a dollar store. That's where you belong. Perhaps I should have put this in Sleepaway Camp, which I haven't opened yet, but I've already seen this movie. And I told myself I needed to watch this movies from the stack. I don't know what movie I'm watching next. I don't know if I'm going to do another... This isn't really a review. This is a bash. This movie, to tell you the truth, if you want to watch something terrible, you watch this. You want to watch something with your friends to get a little cheap laugh, waste some time, this is what you watch. Again, if you see it like at Walmart or Best Buy, don't get it. Look at your local dollar store and see if they have it, because whatever they're going to charge for it, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, is not worth it. It's appropriate that it was at a dollar store because maybe that's what it's generally worth, the dollar, if even that. Oh, look, Shaq's going swimming with the sharks. Anyways, I have to go... I'll get my coffee. Am I pretty bitter? Oh, my cream was not bad. But I gotta go pick which movie in that stack, which I think there's Avalanche Sharks, Mr. Bojangles, Clown Town, Killer Clown Town, the Pulse, the original Pulse from Japan, which I think I've seen that before. I can't recall. And I might do another video. I'm not debating yet. That's basically me talking about the year in review. But I probably won't do that. But anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, Echo Kiro, and I hope you have a safe and fun New Year's. Try not to drink too much. I don't know if I'm going to be drinking this year for New Year's. I don't know if I'm going to be in the mood to drink. But anyways, I will see you on the flip side.
Justin, we give a great white a reverse colonoscopy. Yeah.